How do I get to Ganon, you might ask? Well, don't be impatient and watch this, and don't be dumb. Of course, the guy is at the top of the map in a section we haven't explored yet, and of course, being Prince Darkness Ganon with two ends, as he was introduced to us, he's in his element, being not too far from a graveyard, if you know what I mean. No, I won't go to the graveyard from here, I'd rather use a shortcut. I'll show you where. It's in fact not too far from this usual shit screen. Here, you remember that I told you that those were shortcuts, and since we have the power bracelet, take the middle stairs and you get here, which is not too far from the graveyard and where we got the strongest sword in the game. Maybe we were supposed to use it only for the last dungeon where Ganon is, I don't know. Go up there. And all the enemies are the strongest overworld enemies, the Lynels. And here we have Rox. Can you imagine Link the Survivor beating all of the strongest of Ganon's minions and getting killed in the final path before getting to him by fucking Rox? And you see, I was a liar earlier when I said we had found all the secrets in the game, but give me a slack. I mean, this one is on the last path. You're supposed to get it last, aren't you? You will probably need a red potion for the final level, but you should not go all out of your way to find it before taking the shortcut, because the designers of the game thought of everything and they put an old woman selling these potions, the red potion and blue potion, just on the left of the screen here. You can get it by going left, of course. Okay. And it's not even a secret, though there are a lot of Lynels on the screen. Just don't care about them. Let them do what they do. And don't pick the blue potion, please. Now, you might know that what we've climbed is the famous Death Mountain, and those look like eyes. We got a hint earlier about spectacle rocks. We're used to bumping suspicious rocks, and we're inside the Death Mountain with different music. This room is where an old man will not let me pass. He tells you to get all the pieces of the Triforce first, then you can go further into the dungeon. So this one is an absolute last. As for myself, I'm ready to kill Ganon. Now prepare for what is a fucking huge dungeon. I mean, this one is really big. The others weren't so big, and they had easy monsters, easy bosses. This one has everything. You can get lost. There are many secrets, many walls to bomb. There's just everything. And the notion that they still want to remove that magical shield I bought at an early point in the game when I'm in fact facing the last of Ganon's efforts, just the fact that they're still trying to annoy me on this level is amazing dedication on their part. One could say I got careless now since I had all 16 hearts entering this place and I'm now at half of that, but I'm only a couple of rooms in. Oh shit, and they're already throwing the big guns from the start. I hope there aren't too many Wizroads left. I'll admit I'm having a little trouble dealing with them. More Wizroads. At least they leave hearts behind, or bombs. Not that I don't need bombs, but I'd like hearts just that little bit better right now. And more Wizroads. If there's one thing this game knows how to do, it's to annoy me. Games were very good at that back in the days. So congratulations Zelda, you're officially pissing me off. Though that might have already been accomplished by the first time I got picked by the Wall Masters in earlier playthroughs I did on my own. And Wizroads again! This just keeps getting better and better. Damn, I'm getting killed! Okay now, just focus. Focus and you can do this. Aha! I killed them all! Now I just hope there aren't any wizards. No, okay, I'm gonna kill even those. I'm gonna kill all of them with this from a distance. I don't want to get killed now. I'm such at an early point in the dungeon. And I don't want to take my red potion too soon either. I'd need a fairy or something. And just when you thought this game had nothing more to show, there's strangely this exclusive mini-boss just used for the final level. Those are Landmollas. Oh, a fairy, cool! And the Landmollas appear in a few 2D games, always as a boss or mini-boss like here. You might recognize them just as Moldorms with a head, nothing to get nervous about. Just like keys are nothing to get nervous about. Now in another section of the dungeon. This dungeon is divided into many sections, much like the Triforce was divided into 8 pieces. Be always careful of not getting caught by the likes. Gonna light this room now to see. Okay, we got those. The fires, not fires. As you might have noticed, it's not because we're entering the very final step of the game that they stopped throwing this NSU propaganda at us. Actually, I don't even know that it's propaganda, and further than that, I don't even know that I'm supposed to say NSU. Maybe I'm just this crazy man on the internet. What have we got here? First, let me light the room. A very classic enemy, the slimes from Dragon Warrior, or Dragon Quest if you will. No, they're just black gels, the most generic enemy, and you know what they say about black gels?
Well, you look the same. What you trying to say, we all look alike? No, that's not it.
Seriously, that's Ganon's last effort to stop me? Oh, more gels. Yeah, now you're gonna stop me with that. There was actually a very similar room, if you remember, in the dungeon where I got the ladder. The kind of room that makes you think you can do something, but you really can't. Gonna have to find another way in. I can only go this way right now. Ah, yeah, the fire, the one that got killed by the fire instead of the sword. Okay. This locked door I noticed as soon as I got in this section, so let's see what's in there. Oh, more wizrobes! Joy! I'm almost dead! Oh, a heart! Yahoo! And rupees! Yay! And here we have another exclusive enemy to this dungeon. Rather odd that we're still introducing enemies at this point, but this is truly our last one apart from Ganon, of course. This is the Petra, common mini-boss to this level. Yeah, he's common, you'll see he's usually a good indicator that you're making progress. It can be a challenging mini-boss. With all those round things, you have to hurt to get through his defense. Be extra careful, that's why I drank my red potion before fighting him. Petra is almost an exclusive to this game. I mean, I don't think many current Zelda players know or remember of him. He did appear in Oracle of Ages as a boss, but even then he was known as Eyesore. Well, that is in the English version because, of course, there was no reason to change his name through the years in Japanese. So in the Japanese version of Oracle of Ages, he's known as the same he was called in the Japanese version here of this game of Zeruda no Densetsu, that is Patara. All the info I could get on Petra is that it's probably based on a Japanese onomatopoeia. I mean, Patara is based on a Japanese onomatopoeia, which they have many strange onomatopoeia, and it would be hard to explain to someone who doesn't know much Japanese why they have many of them, and they wouldn't look at it like anything you know, so forget about it. killing more Wizrobes. I do need to focus on them. I don't want... shit. I don't want to... I want to be careful. I don't want to lose all 16 of my hearts in like 5 seconds this time. Just kill the... Oh! Get out of there! I can't go there. Okay. And he gives nothing. Going down. Yeah, doesn't seem like there's much place to go, and there are more Wizrobes here. Good times, good times. Okay. Don't move. Ah, shit, they move like crazy people. Going up. I'm gonna bump the upper wall here. You'll see it'll lead to a wonderful place. Wonderful magical place known as Wonderland. No, it's another Petra. I told you he was coming. Employing a bit of a risky tactic, but I just want to get most of them in a few hits. Yeah, he's... Oh, a fairy and a map. You see that it is shaped like a skull. It can be called also the Skull Dungeon. That one is pretty obvious. I mean, if you don't see a skull up there, then maybe you have a condition, just like my brother. And when I told you it was huge, whereas I would be like at the end of the dungeon at this point in other cases, I'm only at about half exploration right now. It's almost a full rectangle map and with only a few empty cases to shape it like a skull and leave eyes there. But of course, not all empty spaces in the map are necessarily empty either. Sometimes a bomb can open your eyes to a new path, as you know. The only thing I'm sure of is that if you don't know what you're doing and where to place the bombs, you're gonna need a lot of them and probably more than just 8 as we had at the beginning. So if you're really playing this, don't forget to get the upgrade like I did in earlier dungeon. I got the red ring, which is the most powerful defense a man can have. And it's also something that will make grown men cry. I mean, having a red ring on your 360, I know I will cry in that case. I said before that Link was like a Smurf in blue and that I like red better, but I'll admit he does look a bit ridiculous in that outfit. It's just too plain red. The guy looks like Santa Claus or one of Santa's elves, which might just be, by the way. Hey, how many times did I get the map before the compass in this game? Is that the first time? Not to worry, as we know it's not all that useful, but well, also we'll get it soon. So, not to worry. Don't worry, be happy. Okay, so for now, let there be light, and hopefully kill those Wizrobes without losing too many hearts. Okay, just one. I didn't lose too many. That's good. Oh yeah, right, I need to go down with the bomb. Yeah, the bomb. You see, we were on the right of this room earlier, and it was obvious that if you could get in the middle, using bombs would be a good idea. And it's not a wise man, old man room. Instead, more Wizrobes, because they just want to annoy me even more. But what could be in this room? The compass. Oh, 2 red eyes. He's a stoner. Ganon is a stoner. Yeah, okay, one of those red eyes was me. So we know where he is, or where the Triforce... Is that the Triforce or is that him this time? I think it's him. Go to the next room.
Geez, you know, that information might have been a little more useful to me yesterday.
What? How is that an hint of any kind? I thought they were supposed to be wise old men. His hint was actually as useful as if he said something like, to survive an encounter with an enemy, you have to avoid dying. Thanks anyway, dude. Now, we've seen that before. A staircase appears, and we get to another section of the dungeon. Hopefully more on the left this time, since that seems to be where Ganon is.